We would now like to bring out a very special guest to recognize the 2016 Ron Muns Lifetime Achievement Award. Please allow me to introduce and welcome to the stage last year's Ron Muns Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, John Custy.
Good morning. I'm honored this morning to be able to introduce the recipient of the 2016 Ron Muns Lifetime Achievement Award. When I think of this individual, there's three words that come to mind to describe him: husband, father, and friend. I checked with his family before I came up with my introduction, and his wife Mary shared with me a story that I guess it's not unusual for her to be woken up in the middle of the night and find our 2016 recipient at his upstairs computer because he had some flash of brilliance, or he thought of the perfect response to something, or a change in a training plan, and he had to get up and record it right away because he was afraid he might lose that thought, and while it was still fresh in his brain, he wanted to include it. He's a person who goes the extra mile for his customers, his friends, and his family. His son Brian said probably one of the greatest things I've ever heard someone say about a parent. I learned my work ethic watching my father dedicate himself to all the projects, to all the tasks, and all the things he did to provide for his family. I've tried to model my work ethic after his. Our recipient began his career as a programmer and a systems analyst. I think he was at Budweiser when he first began, but he quickly moved to the help desk. And one of his claims of fame is that he used support magic, the DOS 1.5 version, which I think was before maybe like half this audience was born. So some of you may not even remember that. This individual played a pivotal role in creating awareness of IT service management in the US. He's provided guidance, consultancy, and training for many Fortune 500 companies, and he was the ITSM evangelist while he was at Hewlett-Packard. He's the author of numerous white papers, a children's book, and has spoken at every ITSMF USA conference since 2001. We do think that's a record, as well as a globally known speaker, and he has spoken on service management from the UK to Australia to the Netherlands to Finland to Spain. I don't know how he got to Macedonia, but he's all through there. He served on the HDI Strategic Advisory Board. He's been the track chair for the Servants Excellence Track last year and this year. He's the co-founder and past president of ITSMF USA. He's a man of integrity, sincerity, and one that I am proud to call my friend. Please give a hand to the recipient of the 2016 Ron Muns Lifetime Achievement Award, Ken Wendle.
Thank you. Good morning. Mine's turning out pretty good so far. There are very few people for whom I have as much respect and appreciation than Ron Muns. And to receive an award named after him adds to the honor. And then when you recount the other people who have received this since then, Malcolm Fry, Charlotte Bounty, Catherine Spencer Lee, George Spalding, Greg Oxton, Jeff Rumberg, and of course, my buddy, John. I find myself suddenly, but very much appreciatively, put into a very exclusive club. I wanted to make this not necessarily, the typical, litany of thank yous, but to kind of give you something to maybe to think about as you either continue or begin your conference. And I can't think of three better letters to epitomize that than the letters HDI. The H stands for hope. I was, as track chair, asked to write some blogs for the HDI website. And the first blog I wrote, I asked the question, can attending a conference, can it change your career? Or maybe more dramatically, change your life? And I'm proof of that, and I know there are a number of people out here who would also testify to the fact that yes, it certainly can. In 1997, I attended an HDI conference in Nashville, Tennessee, and this is where I first learned about ITIL and IT service management. And to say that changed my career is probably quite an understatement. It also changed my life. I got more involved with the service and support industry, changed jobs, and so yes, it definitely can change your career. Along the way, I had the opportunity to get involved with an organization called the ITSMF. Ken Hamilton, who honored me by being here this morning, so thank you, Ken, for being here. Either with just keen foresight or sheer desperation, I still can't figure out which, asked me to join him in helping promote service management across the country, and it was quite an experience. But all along the way, I stayed involved with the HDI because I recognized the singular value that the HDI brings to the industry. Tom Peters, in one of his books, said that that soft is hard. And when you talk about the soft skills, they are difficult. And no one does soft better than the HDI. It's programs, it's training, it's conference. It's a very amazing organization. The people, the focus on the individual is just absolutely amazing. The second letter is D. And since I received word that I was going to get this award, I thought about all the various virtues, attributes, traits that I possess as an individual that would make me worthy to receive this award. And I want to share that with you right now. I got nothing. Except maybe one. And that is determination. The D is determination. Persistence. My wife would call it stubbornness. But the determination, and I was faced with a lot of obstacles, naysayers, challenges along the way, but I kept the faith, I persisted. And I think that single trait can be pretty powerful. There's a quote by Calvin Coolidge, which I was going to share with you, but I'm just going to tell you to Google it. Not right now. But that kind of leads me to the next one, because it was an inspirational quote, and the I stands for inspiration. I, in my role as an instructor, as a speaker, as a consultant, as oftentimes as a father, as a husband, friend, try to inspire. And in that, I look for inspiration. And I get my inspiration, a large percentage of my inspiration, from you. You inspire me with your stories, with your challenges, with your victories. And I'd like you to look for this week, as you continue or begin your conference, is to look for things that inspire you. Have the hope, have the understanding that you can find a lot of incredible answers here, friendships, connections, and then maintain that determination to make a difference in your company, in your life, in your family's life, and then inspire. And as was pointed out earlier, what Ron used to say about don't just pick something up but leave something behind. Inspire other people and look to be inspired yourself. And if you'll do that, you'll make it a great conference. Thanks.